Kelly. How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
I'm doing well. It's good to see you again.
How are you? Thank you. You too.
So, can you tell me about why you're here today to see me?
Well, I just got laid off at my job,
Oh no.
and I've been there for so long.
Okay.
My husband works, and he works full time, but he don't make enough to support our family.
Okay.
And we got kids, in the middle school, so they're into sports, and they're into all kinds of different activities that
Mhm.
cost money, and now we're just not making enough money to get by. And I don't really know what to do. I just feel really helpless about it, and just I just don't want to get out of bed sometimes. I'm just sad.
Okay. I get that. So, is there anything that you think that options you've explored or anything since that?
Yeah, I've been looking. Like I've been searching frantically online,
Okay.
and I've stopped at a couple of places. I was the district manager because I've been there for 10 years. So um, everywhere I go, though, for a management position, it requires a college diploma, and I don't really have that. Back when I started at the bottom in the stock room, and I just worked my way up. I started at an entry level position, and I worked my way up.
Mhm.
I don't have the time or the resources to wait to work myself up again because my family needs my income now and not an entry level income.
Okay. So what you're saying is you don't feel like you can start all over again like you did before.
No, absolutely not. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have a college degree. I just have my high school diploma. Um, I worked really hard. I was there 10 years, and I really put the time and the effort into it. And
Okay.
I don't know what to do. And I'm really not, like, it's starting to cause a big ripple in my relationship.
That's understandable.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Most couples fight over finances. It's never been an issue for us, but lately, my husband thinks I'm not motivated anymore, and maybe he's right. I don't feel motivated after I found out, the places I'm used to, like the similar type jobs, the management level jobs like that, like I had at Lansco. I need a college education. I don't have that kind of time either to get a degree. So I just feel really hopeless about it. Like I can't get another job and make a good salary and just help support our family.
Right. So since you were laid off, do you have any type of income coming in?
Like I said, my husband works and I really don't have any income.
Okay. Have you applied for unemployment benefits?
No, I didn't even think about that because the company went bankrupt.
Okay.
But I guess they have to have unemployment insurance, or had to have had it.
So, do you want to explore some different types of options that maybe you would be interested in?
Absolutely. I'm open to anything at this point. I'm just so tired of looking and just being shot down and not really getting anywhere.
Okay. So, do you have any type of savings?
No.
Okay. So, no.
In today's world, it's paycheck to paycheck,
Right.
but we were making it, but we're not now.
What about your retirement from your old job?
I paid some retirement in.
Okay. So you have that income.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a lot, but I did pay some in.
Okay. Okay. So let's start with that. Some is something. You have something there. Okay. There's unemployment benefits that you can explore yourself. And you're saying you don't have the time or the energy to go back to school.
No.
Have you really thought about that option?
I have. If I had supplemental income that could really help make ends meet, their expenses and stuff, and
Okay.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Okay, so So let's weigh this option here. Let's do our pros and cons.
Okay.
Say you go and you fill out for your unemployment benefits
Mhm.
and you receive those. They may not be as much as what you're making,
Mhm.
but it's going to be a supplement income because you still have your retirement as well.
Yes.
I know it's hard to dip into that, but sometimes, we have to dip into that. Okay, so if you have that supplement income, have you thought about exploring options of going back to school since you're going to have that income?
I haven't until now.
Okay.
Makes sense.
How do you think that would benefit you?
Well, then I can get a job making the money I need to make
Mhm.
without having to start at the bottom in a stock room somewhere,
Okay.
mail room, whatever.
Right. So what about your cons here?
I'm just getting older, and I don't know. Going back to school is kind of daunting.
Mhm.
I'm not really good at technology, but I had a friend go back to school, and she told me they help with those things. Like when you first start out, there's like computer classes you can take,
Mhm.
and they teach you how to use them, and
Mhm.
so that might would be beneficial.
It sounds like to me your pros are going to outweigh your cons because you're just kind of scared to step off of that edge and go to
Very
school.
scary. Yes.
Okay, but your pros here sound pretty good. You've got a little bit of money saved up. You can apply for unemployment benefits, so that's going to supplement your income a little bit. And if you go back to school, while you have those supplements, earn your degree, then start applying for another job in a management role, and you can have that larger income that you had before.
And I've got all the experience too.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, that's another pro.
I got a ton of experience. Like the only thing that's keeping me from these jobs is that little piece of paper that says I completed some weird program at some university.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of gets discouraging, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
But let's think about how good it would make you feel if you were to go back and get that little piece of paper, as you call it.
It would be. I'd be the first in our family.
Yeah.
For sure.
Does that give you some hope?
It does. It does. I'm scared, but I know that's normal. Anytime there's a change,
Mm-hmm.
but it's got to be better than what I've been doing, which is just really nothing. And just worrying. Like I'm worrying myself sick. I just feel so bad all the time. And I think it's all this worry and stress and
Right.
the stress in my relationship with my husband, and it's trickling down to our kids.
Yeah.
We don't ever argue or fight in front of our children. We've never done that.
Right.
We've always gotten along, but
Mhm.
From day one, we said we would never do that. But like lately, they hear us, and where they've never before, so they think the world is ending if they hear us, saying anything negative toward each other. And they ask me those things before school or on the way to school, and I'm like, no, everything's good.
So how does that make you feel when something like that's going on?
Makes me want to die. I mean, not literally die.
Yeah.
I would never do anything like that because I love my family and I would love myself despite this crazy hardship.
Mm-hmm.
But just knowing that I am letting my children down really, it really tears me up. We don't shelter them, like shield them from everything.
Right.
But I do want to shield them from, thinking that we're poor now and like they can't do the things they were doing and their lifestyle is going to change. I don't want them to think, that they can't play sports or they can't go to the movies or whatever. But right now, honestly, they can't.
So this is adding more stress to you.
Oh my gosh. Yes, and my poor husband. And I know he don't mean it. I know he don't mean it, direct at me when he says, we're struggling really bad. But I automatically go on the defense because I feel like he's throwing it at me because I'm not working right now. It really came out of left field whenever the company was shut down and was like, well, we're not going to be back tomorrow. You're laid off. So, had I known that, I would have that didn't happen. And so now when my husband says anything about money, I don't care what it is. Like the other day, he was like, "Man, we were at the grocery store, and he said this bread is expensive," and I'm like, "Yeah," because he never did grocery shop before, so he has no idea what cost of things are. But I automatically got defensive. Like, why did I take it personal? Because the bread was expensive. I guess it's because the groceries being bought was not what I brought in to help him, 50-50, like that we've always been.
Mm-hmm.
So I automatically get defensive, and I really, anything mentioned about any money situation at all, I'm on the defense automatically, and I know it's wrong, but in that moment, like, I get furious because I'm in a situation that, first of all, I wasn't prepared for. Secondly, I know life happens, but I never saw this coming at all.
Right.
And I have a long time, standing with this place, and they're not there anymore. And I've always been able to contribute to our family's income,
Well, let's stop right there for a second. So first, we can't change the fact that you lost your job. There's nothing we can change about that. That happened. Okay?
I know.
2, there's something you can do about that. What do you want to do about that?
I've got to get back to work.
Okay? And we explored an option a moment ago for you. Okay? And then 3, I want to talk about, when I'm hearing from you, all these defenses are coming up. Every little thing that your husband's mentioning, you want to go on the defense, because you feel like you're not contributing at all. All right? What's going through your mind at that time? What's your thought process whenever your husband's talking to you? Oh my goodness, that bread is expensive. What's going
don't
through
you
there?
think this is hard enough for me already? Like, I know that I am a loser right now. I know that I'm not employed. I know that things are expensive. I know, and there's nothing I can do about it. And he knows this, so why does he keep throwing things like that up? I just don't get it, because he should know these things. He sees me. I'm not happy because I'm not working and I'm not contributing to our family. But at the same time, it's like nag. Even though, I don't know, I feel like any mention of money, and I'm on the defense.
Right.
And I know 99% of the time he don't mean it toward me, but I immediately get that, that mentality of, why are you doing this? You know it's hard on me, kind of thing.
Okay, so what about your thoughts about thinking, instead of automatically thinking, I'm getting from you, this is my fault because I'm not bringing in any money. I'm not helping him out. It's too expensive now because we don't have the money anymore. This is what I keep hearing from you. Okay, so instead of having that, because like we just mentioned, we cannot control the fact that you lost your job at all. All right, so we need to change the way you're thinking about this. All right, because you're not hopeless, you're not a loser, or anything like that you have mentioned because you've lost your job. These things happen to everybody every day.
Yeah.
So when your husband mentions, "Oh, this is expensive," think about, maybe he didn't realize that because he's never went to the grocery store and bought groceries.
He didn't. He would just give me his part of the money, and I would go do our weekly grocery shopping trip. Sometimes the girls was with me, sometimes they weren't.
Right.
But yeah, everything it felt like that he put in the cart, it was like, whoa. And the bread is really what set me off, because I was like, are you kidding me? This is so hard for me. And I know it's insecurities.
Yeah, I really want you to think about that though. Maybe he wasn't mentioning the fact that I didn't have a job. Maybe he's just realizing, how long has it been since he's been to the grocery store?
Lord, we were dating probably.
Okay, so you think about that. It's been years since he's been to the grocery store.
Yeah, really.
How much has the cost of bread actually changed in those years?
Well, I'm sure it went from just a few cents and under $1 to now $3, $4, $5, whatever kind you get.
Exactly. So you need to think about, okay, maybe he's not upset with me about losing my job. Maybe he's just actually coming to reality about the cost of what it is for us to buy groceries for the family.
About like that. Yeah, he don't go to the grocery store. He's not been in years. I don't even send him after milk. Because I'm a stockpiler. Usually, I like to buy in bulks because it's cheaper in the long run.
Right.
So he's not one that I would call him when he's on the way home from work or whatever and ask him to pick up anything because I already got it
Yeah.
and I've always been on it, and that makes perfect sense. Yeah, he's not been in years.
Yeah.
So I'm sure all the prices have changed. So
I'm sure they have, because I know over the years I've been grocery shopping. I've noticed my grocery bill keeps going up, and my grocery cart keeps getting smaller.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So think about that. When that bill's going up and that cart's getting smaller, he may not have realized that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not attacking you per se.
Right.
He's just thinking, oh my goodness, groceries went up.
Right.
I didn't realize this.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of coming on the defense, how do you think you would have reacted if you'd had that thought?
I'm like, yeah. Yes, they are. Like, inflation is a real thing, honey.
Yeah. It could have changed your whole conversation, couldn't it?
Absolutely. I would probably, made a joke out of it and we would have laughed.
Right. It makes things different.
Instead, I left and went to the car and sat.
Well, give me a goal. Since you've been sitting here letting all this out, we've talked about some pros and cons. You've talked about your defenses, about your hopelessness. What are some goals that you would like to accomplish?
Well, I feel like I owe my husband an apology, for one.
Okay, that's great.
And maybe contact my 401k company and see about maybe taking some of my retirement, not a lot, but some, to see, and to get that on, process going.
Right.
Probably go to or apply for unemployment benefits on the computer. Oh my God, I got tons of things I can do.
Yeah,
And
we'll
stop
make
by
a
the
list.
school. Stop by the school and just see what they got to say.
Yeah, definitely. We'll make a list of all of that stuff. All right, so first one you mentioned, apologizing to your husband.
Yeah.
What actions are you going to do?
I'm just gonna, tell him that I've been really, really short with him because of my own insecurities, and I know that he doesn't mean what he's saying toward me or directing at me. It's just our situation as a family.
Right. Good. All right, what about your next one about getting hold of your 401k company? How are you going to do that? By the way, we've got about 5 minutes left, so we'll have to wrap it up.
They send me a letter every so often telling me what my stocks or whatever are and what my 401k is and all that good stuff, my retirement plan.
Okay.
So I have their contact information, and I'll just call them. There's a 1-800 number, and I've called them before. They're really nice and easy to work with. So
All right.
I'll just call that number.
Okay, sounds good. And then your next goal, you mentioned going to the school and applying.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna see what they have to say.
See what they have to say.
I'm gonna talk to people and the cost and what do I qualify for anything? I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm gonna find all that out, and then another thing I want to do is get on the computer and apply for unemployment.
All right, so let's put things in priority, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I've got on here, I wrote these down for you to give to you. Husband.
That's number one.
Apologize to him. That's number one on your priority list, okay?
Absolutely.
And then we've got your 401k,
Yeah.
your school, and your unemployment. What do you think needs to be your second goal?
Unemployment.
Absolutely. Okay, so, and what about your third? Between your school and unemployment, which one do you think is going to benefit you more?
Probably my 401k.
Okay.
And then school.
All right. So we've got a plan in place here, okay? So what I want you to do, this is your homework, okay, to take home. I want you to sit down with your husband and have a conversation with your husband, okay, about how you've been, because the way you've been talking to me today is you've been telling me you all had a really good relationship up to this point.
Absolutely.
You're just so stressed right now that you just don't know how to handle this.
Yeah.
You've never been without a job, and all of a sudden, boom, it's gone, and it's put a strain on your marriage. Okay, so your homework I would really like for you to do is to go home and talk to your husband. Sit him down, talk to him, tell him your feelings and how you're feeling lately. Okay? And talk to him about your goals, what your plans are going to be.
I can do that too.
Okay? how you're going to take action to fix this problem that you all are having in your finances. It's all about taking that action. Okay? You got any questions or concerns or anything else for me?
No, that all makes perfect sense.
Makes good sense. So, think you're going to be okay until our next appointment?
I will. I got a lot to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it done.
All right. Well, feel free to call me between now and next week when you come back and see me again. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Thank